A former Riverdale actor who admitted to murdering his mother also wanted to kill Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, it was revealed in court. Ryan Grantham, who played teen Jeffery Augustine on the hit CW show, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder for shooting mom Barbara Waite in the back of the head as she played piano in their British Columbia home on March 31, 2020. During his sentencing hearing on Monday, prosecutors said Grantham then packed his car with 3 guns, ammunition, 12 Molotov cocktails, camping supplies, and a sheet with directions to Rideau Cottage, where Trudeau lives in Ottawa, CBC News reported. Grantham, 24, mentioned his plan to kill the Liberal Party leader in statements to authorities and from a private journal read in court, the report said. But he drove only a few hours east before turning around with thoughts of killing people on Vancouver's Lions Gate Bridge or at the university where he was a student. Ryan Grantham appears during a scene in Riverdale Netflix Grantham admitted to killing his mom, shooting her in the back of the head in March 2020. Canadian Femicide Observatory He ultimately drove to Vancouver Police Headquarters instead, approached an officer in a police car and said, "I killed my mother." Besides his supporting role in Riversdale, a show based off the Archie comic book series, Grantham also appeared in TV Supernatural and the movie Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Former Riverdale actor Ryan Grantham is accused of murdering his mother, Barbara Waite, and stockpiling weapons to kill Candanian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. In Riverdale, the character played by Grantham is actually responsible for killing Archie's father in a hit-and-run driving accident, according to an Archie fandom page. In the months leading up to his mother's slaying, the court heard Grantham felt hopeless and had a desire to commit violence, according to CBC. He even contemplated suicide with feelings of anger and anxiousness over perceived failures. He did a walkthrough of the crime by secretly approaching his mother with a gun on one occasion. A GoPro camera caught at least one of his rehearsals, CBC News reported. More footage shows his mother's dead body with him saying, "I shot her in the back of the head." In the moments after, she would have known it was me. In his March 31st journal entry he wrote, "I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I hate myself." After the shooting, he went out to get money, weed and beer, and then experimented making Molotov cocktails and watched Netflix before covering his mom's body in a sheet and going to bed, according to his statement to police. Former Riverdale actor Ryan Grantham admitted he intended on killing Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at his home. Before he left the British Columbia townhouse the next day, he hummed a rosary on the piano and arranged lit candles around the 64-year-old's body. Waite's body was found later that day by her daughter Lisa Grantham after her mother didn't return texts and phone calls, CBC News reported. "How can I trust anybody when my only sibling chose to execute my mom when her back was turned?" she said during the hearing. Grantham pleaded guilty to the murder on March 9 in BC Supreme Court,